Hello, so this is going to be kind of a quick video, and as you might notice, it's probably looks a little bit different than usual. That's because my main recorder, I kind of messed something up on it. So here on the side are a few ports. We've got the remote HDMI out and the USB. Well, I kind of sort of broke the HDMI out connector there, so I'm gonna have to fix that. Like I haven't messed up the camera completely, but I kind of do use that HDMI out sometimes, like to monitor what I'm doing. I have a monitor mounted here on the bench, and while I was recording a video, I sort of kind of tripped over the cord and I yanked it down real hard, and I heard a crack. And yeah, I thought I killed the camera for sure, but I didn't. It's just that the connector's messed up. So I'm going to try to fix that. So unfortunately, I can't do like a whole video recording here on my phone, about this. But I'm going to take it apart. We'll look inside and see how much damage I did. Hopefully, I just busted that off the board, if anything. Hopefully, it's nothing too serious. And we'll see if I can get that HDMI out working again. Because, yeah, I'm not going to be recording. I mean, like I said, it still records. So it's not like I can't record. But when I'm doing stuff and I can't be looking at the screen here, to see what I'm recording, it's kind of a hassle. So I'd rather get that fixed fairly quickly here and get this back to working 100% again. All right, so thankfully that wasn't too hard to get into. I just had to remove some screws off the bottom plate here, and then there was two screws holding this side cover on. And now we are to the board where the connector actually is. You can see how loose that is. And it looks like I just got to remove the screw from here, and then there's a screw right there, and then there's like a ribbon cable that's attached to the back of this board over here, but I can't really get to that screw unless I remove this plate. There's a few screws on that, so that looks like I'll have to remove. And I haven't quite figured out how this side comes off yet, but it looks like I might have to remove this too to be able to get this plate out. Not sure yet. Let's look in a... Well, let's just undo those screws and see where that gets me. Alright, this is a little bit more involved than I thought. So I removed this bottom plate. I was able to get the top plate off of there. But it looks like there's a ribbon that runs down that way, and then there's a small one that runs over here, and it looks like that's where our backup battery is. And there's a screw there, but this is kind of in the way, so I don't know if there's going to be another screw down there. So I'm going to have to remove this one also and see if that gives me access to that. I think maybe if that battery can come out along with the rest of this board, maybe this whole thing I'll be able to kind of lift up and get to that connector that we see right down in there. And maybe I can remove this whole assembly here. Well, I could sort of fold it down, actually. Maybe that won't be necessary. There it is. So let's see, what did I do? Oh, that's not too bad. Basically, I just detached the connector from the ribbon itself. So it looks like maybe I'd be able to just resolder it back on, and I should be okay. Although I did manage to apparently pull the pads out from the casing on the HDMI connector there, so I might have to do something about that to be able to get it to hold itself back down, because as you can see, it's just kind of flapping there in the breeze, and that's no good. Alright, so I undid the screws for this board and I ended up pulling it out, and it turns out that it was kind of unnecessary. There was only the one screw holding down that. It's actually, I'm pretty sure it's like a super cap. It's not actually a battery. So that gave me access to being able to pull this out. I already undid the two tabs from that ribbon, or that, yeah, the flat flex connector in there. Let's pull those up, so now this should come up. And there you go, that's that. So this is the part I got to deal with. There we go, that's a much up closer shot of that. As you can see, I did not pull any of the solder pads off that flat flex there, so lucky me. Well, that's fortunate. So yeah, like I said, I only pretty much broke the big ones here where the actual metal casing is attached to. So I don't know, I might have to epoxy it down on the sides or something. Let's look around here on the side and see how that one looks there. Yeah, it's fairly loose. So I'm probably, yeah, just going to epoxy it down there. And just resoldering these ones here in the back should do the trick. I meant to show this before applying flux, but I scraped off some of the mask from the board there on the sides where these mounting pins are, so that I could at least tack those on back to the ground. As you can see, there's flux all over this now, and I scraped off some of the material on that side as well. So at least that way I can sort of tack it down. But then after I give it a good cleaning, then I am going to put a little bit of like epoxy on the sides just for a little extra safety. All right, there we go. So everything's been soldered back down. I don't see any bridges on any of these pins here. I still have to clean the flux off, but that should work. So I'm going to put it just partially back together, and then we'll give it a quick test. Okay, so it's partially back on there. I'm just going to reattach the battery, making sure nothing there is shorting. I didn't put everything back on because I think it's kind of unnecessary. Like this board here, I'm just going to leave out for now. This is just the, I don't remember what that's for. And then the, like the headphone, video, audio connector there. Okay, so got the monitor on there. You can see nothing on the screen. And let's power it up. I'm also not going to do it for very long because there's like this plate over here that's used as a heatsink for some of the chips that are on the side, so I don't want it to possibly fry or anything. So let's see, power button. Where's the power button? Hello. Okay, we're not getting any power. What's up with that? Oh, I think I should probably connect another ribbon I disconnected over here. Okay, let's try this again. There it goes. Oh, yeah, of course, whatever. I'm just gonna say okay, because since we disconnected the battery, now it's reset everything. But at least it's powered up. You can see right here, I've just got that roll of solder and then that bottle of super glue there. So now, oh, this is gonna be kind of hard because I don't have anything to hold the phone here to record. So I will try to be as careful as possible to not break anything any further. And I will reconnect the HDMI cord here. Come on. Why isn't it working? There it goes, there it goes. Okay. Yep, it's working. Alright, so after a quick ultrasonic bath and a little bit of 1 minute epoxy on the sides there, you can kind of see it. I don't want to make it too blobby because it's still got to fit in between these sort of little cutouts right here. And so it can't be too blobby or it's probably not going to fit. And that's where we're at now. I did unsolder the, or desolder the battery or super cap, whatever it is they're using right there, before giving it an ultrasonic bath, just in case. So now I just got to wait for that to cure for a little bit, resolder the little battery there, and it should be okay. Okay, it's mostly put back together. Got the board back inside there. It's powered up. It's working. Let's plug the HDMI back in and make sure that it's still going to work. This is really difficult to do one-handed. Okay, so that's plugged in, and yay, it works. And here's my hand. So, extremely happy about that. Thankfully, it didn't turn out to be too damaged that I couldn't fix it. So, well, my misfortune, your entertainment. So, hope you guys like that. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys around the bench.